All right, you guys are live.
Hi, everybody.
Hello from Las Vegas.
Adam Parrish here, New York.
Danny Sprung, Las Vegas. We're watching the second of 8 segments of the finals of the trials. We're at the table with John Harden, Bathurst for Fleischer, Nickel and Katz for the Nickel team.
Did you watch any of the first set, Danny? Or
I
Evan?
watched
Ewan,
most
sorry.
of the first set. There were a couple of slam swings, and then apparently the Nickel team out defended the Fleischer team in a 3-0. And
Yeah, it was a tough defensive choice, but yes, that brought the match very close to even. And yeah, I was hosting the first set, so I'm playing Rob Barrington this morning. He can take over himself.
Yeah, I watched a little bit, and I saw Stephen Bobby bit a pretty darn good slam that whoever was in their chair, Herden Bathurst, maybe didn't get to.
yeah.
It was odd. Like, Steve started with 2 clubs rather than Jacoby Tuno Trump with like a massive hand with 4 hearts.
Yeah,
And
he was all hearts and clubs, and I guess he didn't want to just start asking. He wanted to describe.
I guess so. Yeah, it was interesting.
So here, Hurd opened at 14-16 no trump. Bathurst bit Stamen, and then 3 clubs, which was forcing. Hurt's 3 diamonds feels sort of temporizing-ish. Bathurst tells him that I've got spades but not hearts, so now Hurt has to decide whether he wants to try 3 no trump with just 1 heart stopper opposite likely shortness, or
Right.
move towards 5 clubs, and he's chose the latter.
Yeah. And when you transfer and then bid a suit like this, you're kind of saying either I have slam interest and or there's a suit or two I'm worried about.
Right.
And so Hurd is like, if you have a singleton heart or a small doubleton or something like 3 no trump probably isn't going to fetch. And he's right. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tricks off the top, right? Some possibilities for a ninth. Here the Jack of Spades falls, so
I'm going to interrupt briefly just to welcome our third commentator. So, hey, Mikhail, thank you for joining us.
Hello, sorry I'm late. I was pressing the wrong link, so I was waiting for no reason.
No worries. Glad you could make it. Thanks again.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
welcome. Glad to have you.
All right, so where are we?
So how is 5 clubs?
5 clubs that well, they can get the heart. Their hearters are
Yeah, it was
go away on the diamond pitch.
right. You get 2 diamond pitches for, I mean, 6 is on 2-2 clubs, isn't it?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So they'll miss a slam. These jokers don't know how to bid.
So I'm thinking 4 spades might actually be an offer to play in this.
It probably is. Yeah.
Because it could easily belong in a 4-3 fit. We don't see any alerts after the 1 no trump bid, so presumably everything is natural so far. Her 4 no trump finally did get an alert.
I guess it says he alerted for no Trump, but didn't give an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the other room, I can tell you that Greco Hampson are playing 3 no trump and did get a heart lead. So somewhat fortunately, the hearts are 6-2, and the king of clubs is with the short heart, so he can just duck hearts and make it that way. Or he can play for spades as well.
I guess you can score
West
9.
has to play the king of clubs under the ace. Does that get him?
Oh, that could, yes.
That's what I was thinking, yes.
Well, if you try 2 spade or 10 of spades will be good, and I guess that should give him a 9 tricks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's a bit of trouble with communication. No, I think the communication should be good enough.
Diamond to the queen, specifically ace and king of spades, seeing the jack fall, 10 of spades, ace, king of diamonds, club to the ace, last spade. That's a bit tricky, yeah.
Yeah.
So at our home table here, he's just taking his pitches and he's going to split the clubs out and make 6.
Right.
So in the other room, after the three club, the auction started the same, after three clubs, Greco asked for shortness and found that short diamonds opposite, and that's why he chose 3 trump with his ace king fourth of diamonds.
Seems sensible. Sometimes standard just natural bidding gets you better than all the fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suspect he could have, over three clubs, he could have, if he had like a strong preference or one of the majors, say king, queen, third, or ace, queen, third, he could have just bid 3 hearts or 3 spades. But
Sure.
he felt asking was better.
The 1-no trump all pass here. Not super interesting, but there he's going to get 2 spades on this lead.
Clubs are coming in perfectly. Doesn't look like it's going to be a problem for the declarer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I mean everything's friendly, isn't it?
Well, the
Except for
diamonds are not friendly and the entries are not.
Yeah, that's true.
just that the
Right.
defender doesn't really have any suit to attack. Except for the spades then.
Now that they've given up the spade trick, they can just keep playing spades without giving up anything
Right.
and set up that 13th spade in the west end.
Bit tricky what to do as a declarer here. Maybe we'll just continue spade and let the opponents do the work for him.
Mm-hmm. He can't be sure that from the spade spots that spades aren't 5-2, however, in which case setting up.
Yeah, it might be awkward. If the spades were 5-2, it could be awkward to discard as south.
Yeah. Because he sees the 4 of spades was led and Ralph followed the 8, so the 3 is missing. He decided to work on a hearts. So we're guessing Nick will play another spade and Bathurst now take a diamond finesse with the possibility of leading up to clubs later or continue working on hearts. He's got all kinds of possibilities.
I assume when the West went up with the Queen of Hearts, looks like the hearts should come in quite friendly. Would at least know the position of the 10 of hearts.
Yeah.
Well, from his perspective, that could even have been a stiff queen, or
Yeah.
Could be anything basically. Not the 10 though, we know that.
It'd be a fun false card from Queen 10 Doubleton.
Did see a board in the semifinal where Woolrich made a false carding by playing the queen from King Queen 10. It was actually a beautiful false carding which set her in a game where they made it in the other room.
Interesting. He switched to clubs.
Wonder if he gave a club signal at some point.
That's going to make the Clara's life much easier.
Yeah.
Especially as he switched to a high club, he sort of knows that Ralph has ace queen of clubs.
Mm.
So he's going to take 2 club tricks. He's going to take 2 spade tricks. He's got his heart for sure.
Yeah, now might even give up the heart suit. Just take a club finesse and give up a diamond.
He can take the diamond finesse right now and still be in the dummy if it wins. And still have an entry to take a club finesse later if it loses. So Greco did drop the jack of spades Dumbleton on board 16 in the other room, so that's going to be making Trump. But I think they're going to lose 1 to 420.
All right, 420. Yeah, I guess on that heart, Ralph's card could easily be suit preference. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, he did like clubs.
He did like clubs. Yeah.
I mean, he has to just let our new viewers know that although we didn't get a view graph for the last set last night, there were some technical difficulties. The boards and the records are available on Lovebridge if you're interested.
Now I can win this in hand, cross back to the diamond, take a club finesse, and lose a heart in the end.
Just have to carefully choose the right finesse, but I guess he saw the club spot that Nickel was playing.
Yeah, we can see that the club finesse is the right one, but it feels like from the play to date that it was also the right one. I don't think Nickel would have risen from the queen third of hearts, say. And the fact that he came out of high club and Ralph had signaled for clubs, all the signals seem to be pointing towards the club finesse as being the winning choice here.
It's an interesting spot for Nickel at trick 3, like partners signaling for clubs, but you're sitting there with 3 small. You know, how strongly do you listen to them when you know declare doesn't have entries to lead through them? You know, maybe you're still, even though partner has clubs, supposed to just keep hammering on the spades, which seemed like would have been better today.
I don't really know which hand he was wishing for, where a club would have been better than just continuing spade.
Yeah.
Looked like a normal spade continuation to me, but
Yeah.
maybe he's listening to his partner. I don't know.
Right. It's just so important to remember that signals are not commands. You know, sometimes they're just informative. Here's where my cards are. It's like, okay, great. I'm playing spades anyway. Thanks, partner.
Well, from Katz's point of view, you can imagine he is taking the club finesse. Katz's point of view, you can imagine partner having jack on one or jack third of clubs and
100%. Yeah. I mean, I think Katz's play is for sure like Nickel could have the king of clubs for all he knows.
Right.
Right. Like when partner knows you don't have much, tell him where your cards are.
So same contract in the other room, same lead in the other room, and Hampson has started with the king of clubs out of his hand.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah.
It's really
It's amazing how often that works though. They're just like, oh, he's going after dummies long suit. I better duck this.
Yeah, I agree with that, but now he's staring into 9/4 in dummy. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm a little surprised to see Katz open with a 5-card suited here. Although if you're going to open a favorable vulnerability week 2 bid, this is the sort of hand you want to do it with. You have some shape, you have an honor in your 4-card suit.
You also have a 1 hard opening bid. You have an 11 count, right? Like, oh, sorry. I saw the ace of diamonds. It's the 4. Never mind. I like 2 hearts. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. It's funny because when you play poker, sometimes when you're squeezing the card, the 4 and the ace look the same for a brief fraction of a second, and then you realize this ace is just a 4.
They do look a lot alike.
Yep. So here, 3 clubs.
I wonder what. I mean, I don't know what system they're playing, but
To relay to 3 diamonds, I guess this is the way to get out in 3 spades.
But do you really want to do that? You have a really good hand when no go to no unfavorable.
Maybe it's a way to show invitational in spades.
Yeah, that could be one.
I think, yeah. So he has shown 5 spades sign off. Yep.
It's a bit surprising. I mean, I have a small understanding of doing it if you're in non-vulnerable, but now you're vulnerable. Don't really want to miss those games. But yeah, sure. I mean, it's easy for me to say. I see everything is splitting 3-3 in spades, and yeah, East doesn't have any entry to the hard suit. So yeah.
So does that mean that like a 2 heart would 2 hearts still be a transfer, but it's stronger than this?
I just know personally, I play 3 clubs also related to 3 diamonds, and then everything is sign off after that. And while you transfer is at least invitational.
Yeah, that looks like what they're doing.
I think this used to be called Gladiator about 50 years ago or something like that, where the three club bid forces 3 diamonds for your sign-offs. Sort of somewhat similar to a wolf sign-off as well. So Cats makes his normal singleton diamond lead. 3 small trumps and a singleton. This is the right setup for going for roughs.
And you can see the roughs coming as declarer, assuming it's a singleton, and there's just nothing you can do other than draw trumps.
Talking about one or Trump in the other room, seems like Hampson lost control after he playing the King of Clubs. So I don't really know if he can make it anymore. Guess he will be one down in the end.
I would certainly think about a low spade here, like make nickel waste his ace on air if he wants to give his partner a rough, right? You know, I mean, obviously you're blocking the suit, but it could be worth it.
Maybe he didn't know at this point that diamonds were 6-1, but I absolutely understand playing a low spade.
So nickel will give him a rough with the deuce of diamonds, asking his partner to play a club through, I assume. Or not. Yeah.
Don't really know if he can make it anymore.
Yeah. Another rough doesn't really hurt him here because he can just throw a loser, right?
Yeah, I guess he can make it if he goes up with ace of clubs, draw trumps, play ace and a heart, and West will be end play playing a diamond into the tennis.
Can't East just overtake the heart?
Yeah, but then you still will be stuck with the King of Clubs at some point, right?
Oh, I see.
Obviously, you have to play the king of clubs under the ace.
Well,
And
that's
Jack
not good.
will be growing, and I guess that's gonna be the ninth trick, right?
Yeah, I know.
I guess he might have an understanding of the how everything is split now. He's showing 3 trumps, stiff diamond.
He can't be sure that the hearts aren't 6-1, can he?
Cannot be sure about that. Although nickel did follow with a 10 of clubs. Guess that's normally king queen 10 or just honor 10, and now he will be able to. Club was now the winner. I guess he was simply playing him the clubs to be 3-3 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they couldn't be. I guess they could be if he opened 6, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if he 3, 6,
Yeah.
1, 3 was still all there.
Yeah.
In fact, you may have thought from trick 1 that Ralph was very likely to have 6 hearts
Right.
just because of their style.
Right. Yeah, they don't play around too much.
Speaking of playing around too much, this is kind of a cheesy looking hand for an unfavorable Michael's bid, but he is 5-5. Stiff king, queen, and 1 in the outside suits and ratty.
I will take the unders that he
Yeah.
2 clubs. Yeah.
So the match is exactly tied after one on Trump failed in the other room. So 3 clubs.
You might have an issue bidding 4 spades anywhere, I guess.
Guessing is mixed-ish. No, just straight preemptive according to their alert. Ralph has the easy double, and I suspect Nicola was bid 4 clubs to get to the longer of the 2 major suit fits here.
Yeah.
4 spades does not look like it will be a challenge. So your Bathurst on lead against 4 spades. You know your partner has a fistful of clubs and not much in terms of high card points. What's your bet? Well, he's not going to be on lead because Ralph just punted it back with 4 diamonds.
Interesting.
Oh, now he's going to get back to 4 spades. What's your hope for finding 4 tricks on this layout? Maybe the opponents have a 2 9-card fits and you lead ace of hearts, heart rough, and club back to your hand and another heart rough. Or do you hope that you have ace of hearts, ace of clubs, and somehow partner has 2 more tricks over there for you?
And admire low heart lead on this auction. I mean, I guess that they wouldn't have 9 hearts too often because he removed 4 hearts to 4 spades.
Right.
But low heart would be a bit interesting. Let's say Johnny would have a queen of hearts instead of a jack.
Right. Yeah, that would be the shortest way to 4 tricks. Queen and 1 heart, not jack, not stiff.
And there's no way he's going to get the spades wrong, so shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yep.
So they are bidding 3-0 in the other room where the cards were splitting fairly even. If that's going to be some pickup for Nickel unless he misplaced that.
Yeah, Marty opened multi instead of 2 hearts. Not that it really mattered.
All right, so Nickel will up in no trump. Ralph will bid either statement or puppet statement. They won't find an 8-card major suit fit, and they'll play 3 now here. Excuse me.
See if Kevin might be tempted to guide the lead by overcalling 2 diamonds.
It's tempting, although somewhat dangerous with ace, queen, jack, deuce of diamonds.
Always a danger, but it could also be fairly rewarding. Don't really want a spade lead.
Sure. Well, when they bid statement, it's likely that Nickel's going to show up. He bid 3 clubs.
Oh, so it's
I
like
think- I think that surely precludes 3 diamonds.
yeah.
2 diamonds is one thing.
I assume now Nickel will be at 3 diamonds, just denying a 5-card suit.
Yeah.
5-card, and Raf will show his heart, so the spades is still not shown. Will just be a spade lead anyway.
Right. So many pairs have switched to 2 no pop bet instead of 3 clubs. So if, say, Bathurst clubs and diamonds reversed, he would have an easy double of 3 clubs.
Hmm.
Here, the only thing that Hurd knows is that partner didn't double 3 clubs. So on some other hand, he might lead a suit other than clubs, but he has his own 5-card suit to lead. So
I bet Hurd does not lead a club.
no. Hurd wouldn't lead a club from this hand no matter what, unless partner double.
Also, he says that 3 diamonds showed a 4-card nature. So I guess he showed spades now.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting.
I help them keep their notes. You'd think I would remember things like that, but I didn't.
So if he did show spades, it's not that fun to lead a spade. I guess usually when you bid puppet statement here, you will have a balanced hand and not an unbalanced hand. So leading a spade could just be towards partner singleton too often.
Right. And this is the reason that most people now play this low information puppet stamen where 3 diamonds doesn't promise a major. Right? There's no point in telling the defense about a 4-card spade suit. Partner doesn't care.
Oh,
Annie, you should have taken the bet.
wrong minor, Johnny.
It's understandable though, like that's the suit where you need the least amount of help, right?
Completely.
Yeah, but partner didn't double 3 clubs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is he necessarily doubling with ace jack 5th?
Some would say yes, some would say no.
Yeah. That's a style thing. But jack 10 5th? I don't think he's gonna double with that.
No.
And it could be the killer lead if he has that. So close. And now 3 clubs. He's going to get 4 clubs. 3 hearts, 3 spades is 7.
Yeah, still a trick short, and he still doesn't know if the clubs are coming in.
Right.
Imagine him playing a diamond to king, hoping to just score a diamond trick, and now Kevin will just bash down 5 diamond tricks. 6
Yeah.
of diamonds. Maybe.
The 6 of diamonds is a big card.
Yeah.
I mean, there are lots of roads here,
Yeah.
you know, seeing all the cards, right? You could finesse in spades. Hearts are 3-3.
Wonder if he's gonna try two spade owners just to begin with. Yes, you wanna try play heart to jack at some point.
Queen of spades.
I'll take a guess. He's gonna play heart to jack. Kevin's gonna come back at club, and then he'll probably play diamond to king, or he will try to establish a heart suit. We'll see.
He's going to know a lot more about the hand when Kevin shows out.
Hmm. That was,
Well, there goes his 5th diamond trick.
hmm.
Well, Mr. Nickel for 3-0 trump making on 18 in the other room.
Yeah, well done, Greco and Hampson.
I would guess Nickel would do his best by avoiding Johnny to get in and play the 10 of diamonds. So he just has to play heart to low. I think heart to jack will give Johnny an entry in hearts eventually.
Does Hurd have to go up with the 8 on the first round? Does that do it?
I think
No.
so.
Yeah. 8, Jack, King. Yeah. Then he plays the 9. It might still not quite do it.
Oh, he did
Put the
play.
8 in.
I think he's listening in. I think he was just giving count.
Yeah, I think so too. He certainly wasn't listening because in order to listen, not only would he need to be cheating, but he'd need to have a time machine to go back 30 minutes.
Right.
Long delay here.
Oh, this is interesting. If Johnny now plays the queen, yeah, that
Yeah.
is interesting. That's a good play from John.
A good play. Yeah. Rodwell calls this danger hand high. When you're the hand that declarer doesn't want in, you play high like this, and
That's a nice one.
so the 7 of hearts is set up, but it might not do him any good.
Well, now no. So the thing is, maybe Kevin now have to discard like one of his diamond honors to prevent being end played.
Right.
Like almost a one-suitor squeeze, but now Johnny has a 10 of diamonds, so it shouldn't be. Should be
Yeah.
safe.
It's going to be an interesting end position.
In order to get to that point, Nick's got to at least get the clubs right, which he hasn't done yet.
Right. Which is why Bathurst, I think, discarded the low diamond. Like a high club might have looked automatic to some people, but it would give the whole show away.
All right, we cleared that hurdle.
And so now the hand should be pretty much an open book in terms of the shape, right? He knows Hurt had 3 hearts and 5 spades and 3 clubs, so he has 2 diamonds.
No, he's just playing the diamonds himself.
Well,
It would have been more fun if he had cashed his black tricks to make sure and see Kevin get this right, but
Or he left him this exit card.
I guess that was in case Nickel had a 9 of spades or something, but it was still a trick short, I think. He didn't cash the jack of clubs.
he worked so hard to set up that heart, and now he's got to pitch it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, even blew a trick.
Well, my play of a low heart at trick 2 from the dummy might have worked out better. But then Hurd would just switch to diamonds. So
I bet it was a relief for John. Still beat by 2 after that club lead.
yeah.
Nice result for the Fleischer team either way.
simple auction to begin with here.
Yeah. Let's see what Morty is bidding, if they also have a puppet stamen option.
I'm guessing he's gonna be two-note puppet, yep, right.
No, but
No, it'll go three clubs, three spades, three now.
some
Is that-
people transfer over three clubs rather than bid the other major. I've had some success with that. Just keeps things a little lower when you have a slam try.
Yeah, you do have that extra bid when you play two-note puppet and partner with
Right.
three clubs, now you have three diamonds available.
Right. You have to do something with three diamonds.
So what I do with three diamonds is I put my 5-3 either way as a responder in puppet, and then we
Yeah.
can get to either 5-3 fit.
Yeah. I have done that as well. I like that.
So here back on our main table, north-south stopped in two spades.
Would you guys make a move with the south hand, Reddit imps?
I think I would, because I'm vulnerable. But can't blame. I know they're opening very aggressively.
Right.
I think I might. You're sure your partner has four spades because they likely play support doubles. Your values are kind of pure and prime.
Yeah. Your trumps are pretty good.
And you can sort of describe your hand where your partner where you live. You can just bid three diamonds and partner will be able to make an intelligent decision over that.
Yeah.
That being said, three spades down when you're just making two spades can be costly too. There's two ways to lose when you invite on these marginal hands. It's three down one and four down one.
Yeah. And at the other table, they didn't show the spade suit in West's hand, and so Greco did lead a spade.
Mm-hmm.
It will cost as many tricks as leading a club, so we still only have 8 tricks.
Yeah.
Although now Greco will have an entry with the queen of clubs, and maybe they have a time to signal for diamonds. So possibly the hand won't be too much of an issue for the defenders.
Well, if Martel's playing a club of trick too. I think that Jeff and Eric play suit preference here and not Smith at trick two. One showing.
Right. I guess Smith doesn't make much sense after that first trick.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps we can switch over to the other table for a second, just so we can follow the play there in three now. Ewan, can you switch us back to the other table? Since two spades doesn't look too exciting. So here a spade was led to the 10, and then the 10 of clubs was rode around to the queen, and Greco is deciding what to do at trick three, having seen his partner give the lowest possible club card, potentially suit preference. He needs to find a diamond shift.
What else might be right here? What would partner need for a heart to be right?
To have played the 7 of clubs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just like, even if the 3 of clubs doesn't mean diamonds, like we think it does.
I mean, he might decide that he just goes passive and just keeps banging away in spades and just let the declare do all his own work.
Sure.
Yeah, he still doesn't have any information about how the club owners are split. I mean, if he would know all the club owners, he would know he's just completely empty in the red suits.
Yeah, I guess from Greco's point of view, Hampson, yeah, he did find the diamond shift. Hampson could have had, say, king fourth of clubs.
Right. So this looks like a push. I guess it depends what he does.
Yeah, have a chance to win 3 imps.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take 8 tricks for sure, right? So,
Well, if he covers this, it's gonna be
Good cover.
all right, right, sure. If he covers it, it's back to down 2.
I mean, it's his only shot at making the thing, unless South has like ace doubleton or tripleton, right?
yeah. I guess that's not too likely after 10 of diamonds switch. Although North could have queen 10-4 for something like that.
Yeah, could be making a surround play with on honor 10. Queen 10, like Queen 10 has been mentioned. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Michael or Mikel or
Yeah, I will respond to all of them. Mike, I usually say Michael.
just Michael? Okay, all right. As Michael pointed out, I mean, he could have like Queen 10 8 of diamonds here and need to surround the 9 of diamonds. Chip does duck the diamond.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to cover the first one, right? Something good could happen. I mean, it's really hard for him to come to 9 tricks without the king of diamonds being one of them.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he's
my
got
30. Hmm.
Yes, he's going through what possible holdings Greco would have if he has stays of diamonds.
right.
I mean, you can't really play a 10 of diamonds with like ace queen 10. That would be a bit foolish, I guess. Ace jack 10. So I guess most would play the jack.
Ace 10 8. Obviously, you just play 10 8.
Yep.
Did well to duck it.
I think he's going to take the setting trick.
Yeah, he did. So that will be 3 imps to Fleischer.
Keeping it tight.
Stay at this table or go back?
Let's go back.
Okay.
Not that, doesn't really matter, but we're having fun over there.
So wrap up the no trim and bought it. We just see we've only missed we missed 2 tricks. Let's see what. Can you show us trick 1? There we go. So spade was led in Dr. Randarov's king, and then he played a heart to the king and ace.
Big nickel did well to pass 1 of trump. Sure, it was 8 points vulnerable, but honors were pretty crap, and you don't really have any supporting 10s.
That's the 8 of diamonds up.
Yeah, now it's just a matter of over tricks.
Yeah.
So 21, where we saw the auction start, a club pass, a spade, 2 on overcall, 2 spades, all pass. In the other room, Greco up into precision 2 diamonds. Hampson responded 2 spades, and Chip Martell with 3 hearts. And I think he's about to buy it there. The defense can do quite well against 3 hearts with. They can get a bunch of diamond roughs. Oh, Hampson has actually doubled that. Maybe we should go back to the other room. We have some more fireworks there.
You don't think one no trump making over tricks is exciting?
All right, let's just stay here. There's an 8 card suit.
No, I'm joking.
No, but I mean, looking at 23.
Oh yeah, this one looks fun too.
So
Yeah, board 23 looks like it could be some action.
Yeah. But you do have a lot of information in these precision 2 diamond auctions. So Hampson knows pretty well that there are diamond roughs coming.
There you go. You can have both tables for a short time.
So something weird has happened with the graphics on the left. The Jack of Hearts and the Ace of Diamonds were not played on the same trick. I'm not sure what's going on there.
That would be elite.
All right, there we go. So yeah, the defense can take essentially 3 diamonds, 2 spades, and the Ace of Clubs for 2 down for 300 here. Meanwhile, in the other room, Bathurst opened a club. Nickel had a very normal looking 4 heart bid, and it went double all pass to that.
I guess that's quite a normal auction on these cards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess some people will open no trump. I don't know if Greco have some plays 14-16 or 15-17.
They do play 14-16.
So I guess that there will be a no trump for them.
Might that slow West down from bidding 4? I don't think. It feels like they still have 4, but anyway.
Yeah, it might be just 4 hearts anyway.
It's less attractive opposite a strong no trump, but still. That's an 8 card suit with a side ace.
And also, it's not as attractive to double 4 hearts from Northhand having a void.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing partner would have at least supporting some of the suits. But yeah, if they open a club, I guess it's normal to end up playing 4 hearts double. How expensive is it? I guess it's a 500 or even 800. Probably lose 3 diamonds, a club, and 2 hearts. Really see a way of the defense to fuck up any tricks. So should be a smooth 800.
So the defense in 3 hearts double start with Ace of Diamonds and then Diamond Rough, and now Greco is contemplating his next move. He cashes as the Ace of Clubs.
Yeah, before starting to underlead the clubs. I mean spades.
Right.
What do you think? It's 7 of diamonds from Hampson rather than the 10 at trick 2. I guess because he doesn't have the ace. He doesn't want to signal too strongly.
Really strange if you ask me. Looks like
I
a
agree.
pretty standard 10 of diamond play.
Yeah. I gotta say, I love so much knowing that it wasn't operator error. You know, like these are the cards that they are playing. You don't have to worry that something funny might be going on.
Might have been just a mechanical error. They are pointing at the wrong card.
That's
Yep.
true. So it looks like 300 on the left and 800 on the right.
True.
Good thing Nick had the 8 of hearts there to cover the 7.
And Ralph had the 10.
Yeah.
A good dummy.
Well,
It had one.
there might be something of an exaggeration there. So nickel up and a club.
After the excitement, do you have a preference for single table again? And if so, which one?
Let's go back to nickel cats, please. I can't handle the two screens when they're on different boards.
hmm.
My brain can barely handle one table.
All right, so nickel up and a club. Ralph will respond. A heart is the modern style. I'm not sure if they'll respond a heart or a diamond here.
Maybe it depends how strong you are.
Yeah. They're old school, but not that old school.
Yeah. So also old school versus not old school is whether to rebid one nut trump or one spade with the West hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have. Oh, he's
I
surprised.
prefer one nut trump, but
I prefer one no Trump strongly. Yeah.
so some pairs have a mechanism to just sign off in two diamonds with Ralph's hand, which could be attractive with the shape he has, but maybe feels like he has enough points that partner
Yeah.
might say jack and one diamond, and they can just make no trump on power, so he doesn't want to necessarily play.
Right. They certainly do play that method. Two clubs would relay to two diamonds.
Yeah. So if he had like instead of the ace of clubs, if he had ace fourth of hearts and queen jack 10 fifth of diamonds, he might have chosen to play diamonds instead. But
Yeah.
sensible just here to try to make no trump on power.
But the king of diamonds on side and the diamonds splitting. This is friendly, but if you duck hard and get a club shift.
That starts to really mess up Declare's communication.
It does. Especially when North holds up the king of diamonds, right? West can't unblock the heart.
Still, he can take, if that's the case, he can take four diamonds, club, heart, and a spade.
Yeah, he's still making 7 tricks with the king of diamonds third on side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's such a great lesson just to always remember thinking about removing those entries to dummies long suit. Even here, it looks like there's a couple entries, but yeah, get that club going.
Well, it also may be necessary to get the club going because clubs could be our
absolutely. Right, right.
Would have been significantly more interesting if the diamonds weren't splitting as good as they are.
Yeah, right. Right. If Kevin had the king of diamonds and could put another club through, this would be a much more interesting hand. That's interesting.
Now it might get more interesting.
Yeah,
Entry.
it's an interesting play. I mean, he's not looking at king third of diamonds in the slot, so. I mean, at this point, his only real hope, I mean, he's hoping for Kevin to have just the king left.
Oh, look at that.
If he rose with the queen and cleared diamonds, the defense was going to have to help him in one or the other black suits.
Eventually. Now, you know, when Bathurst switched to the club, he got the 3 from Hurd, encouraging. So
say he rose with the ace of diamonds and played a diamond. What was Hurd going to play now?
right.
This is
Looks like everything is falling apart.
This is not going well for Nick.
No.
Fortunately, it's a non-vulnerable one to Trump. You still don't want to lose 5 or 6 M's, but at least he's not going 300 down.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess he's attacking that while the diamonds still aren't set up. In case Declare has another diamond. He probably can't imagine that declare doesn't have another heart.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, the heart to his hand looks a little strange. All right. So this is going to be down 2. Depends. Will take it 3 clubs.
So easy when we can see all the cards.
Yeah. So 22 in the other room there, and 2-note trumpet, where we saw 1-note trumpet making east-west, and 2-note trumpet is in some jeopardy.
All right, Chip did invite you use Stamen with that marginal hand. I agree with Nick and Michael passing that thing.
Yeah. Looks like he will make 2-note trump anyway, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Do Hurd and Bathurst play 15 to 17?
No, they
Or
have
or good 14 to 17?
Yeah, he only explained 14, 16. I guess that's a non-vol range for them.
Oh, okay. 14, 16.
So opposite 14 to 16, this hand is the old days of strong note trump, opposite of strong note trump is a slam. Here it's more like we're just gonna make a game, most likely.
Hope he can make 3 now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's certainly possible to imagine having slam opposite this hand, but
Right.
it's gonna take a perfecto to make slam good. He may decide to, if he decides that there's no slam, he may decide to bid 3-note trump and not potentially play some 5-3 spade fit.
Right.
Where say spades go 4-1 or 5-0 and goes down when he has, once again, he has the values to make 3-0 on power almost surely.
What do you think about 2 spades finding out if partners min or max? Then you don't have to go past 3-0.
Yeah, I like playing that style in order to invite game or slam, but I'm not sure that I'd even want to continue with that if partners are at maximum here.
Right. I mean, it would have to be a pretty good 16. What would you need? 3 aces. Still is no good. You know, like, and a king and a jack.
Well, ace king 5th of diamonds and 2 aces, right?
I guess if you gave John the jack of diamonds in the same hand, it would not be in a terrible slam.
He did the 2 spades as a size ask. He's gonna get a reject.
Yeah.
So all academic.
Just about everybody these days plays this 2 spades is either clubs or a size ask, a range ask. Do you know anyone who doesn't? Like,
Not anymore.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rodwell.
I thought that was a Soloway invention, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I mean, I could certainly be wrong. I thought it was Mech and Rod, but so 6 cards in the majors and a couple aces.
Yeah, I guess a double finesse in diamonds will do the job. to protect the queen of clubs.
Yeah. Diamond to the 10.
Other room, Greco did well to double 4 hearts after the one of Trump 4 heart overcall. It did take him a very long time to double 4 hearts, but he did
Well, it takes him a long time to write his name.
it.
So the winning play here with the stiff king now is the 3 of diamonds, but I imagine he'll play the queen. But with the 7, yeah, okay. I do like it when I'm right.
Four of diamonds stands up on power.
The low club, I guess.
Yeah. And that's all she wrote, huh? Can Ralph get squeezed in the red suits?
I don't think he has the communication, does he?
I think he does.
He is squeezed, but there's no communication for it.
Right.
We played a low club before taking that diamond from us.
Danny, did you grow up with the Clyde Love book on squeezes with blue?
I did.
Yes. Is that before your time, Michael?
Yeah, that's definitely before my time.
Well, it was written before my time as well, but that was
Me
the
too,
first.
but I
Yeah.
certainly read it. But the E stands for entries. You need that communication.
Yeah. So this might be another time for Nick and Ralph to use puppet statement and get the 3 now.
I guess 3 no shouldn't be too difficult, I guess.
Yeah, declare as 8 aces and a club finesse for his 9th trick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to matter, but more interesting is what Hurd will lead against 3 now once he hears that Nick has a 4-card major and Ralph only has 3-card majors at the most. Will he lead his sequence of diamonds, or will he try a king 4th of spades?
Well, I guess knowing that the points are limited, and he doesn't want to really give away any tricks, or just bang down 10 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. And also, one thing I learned from the modern books is that the 5-card suits are killing holding against the 3 no, not the 4-card suits.
Yeah.
Right.
Kit would lead the heart, right? He says look for partners 5-card suit.
Definitely one option.
If you don't have your own 5-card suit.
You don't have your own. That's right. So he might get the 10 of diamonds anyway.
Well, here you could imagine a scenario where partner has the queen, jack, 9, 5 of hearts, and his other black cards all compress to the ace of clubs.
Yeah.
And you keep beating 3 now with the heart lead.
Yeah.
But no, he just lets. So he led the 9 of diamonds to the 10 just because they play a Rusinau style. Second from an honor sequence, not top. funny enough that Rusinow was originally a suit contract only defense when Mr. Rusinow invented it, but now more experts played it versus no trump than versus suits. I'm guessing Nick is winning this in his hand to cash the ace up on his first in case there's a singleton queen about.
Bit awkward for batters to start discarding. Doesn't really know anything about this hand. Except there is a 1 or 2 Folker Majors in Nickel's hand.
So on 24, where Nickel went down in 2 and 1 no trump, Fleischer has chosen a sort of a 4 suit for not a 4 2-way check by kind of 2 clubs to play 2 diamonds instead of 1 no trump.
Yeah, that might play better.
Couple of options to lead from Hamson's hand. King of Spades, I guess, is one, and just Trump is also another one. Or a club. Then I think
Yes.
I would choose either a Trump or a King of Spades.
I guess Nick could just bang clubs from the top on that at this point. Doesn't have to worry about.
Bathurst had a chance for a wish trick and didn't do it. Nickel will not be happy with him.
I've played a few times at night with Bobby Levin against Nick and Ralph, and if you can play a wish trick, you've got to do so, even if it's not the right signal.
Yeah. Maybe the finals of the trials, he'll let them signal for real, but I don't know.
So does it count as a wish trick if oh, I'm sorry, never mind. This is a different spot. Yeah, okay.
Don't ask me. Nickel's the authority on wish tricks.
Those of you not familiar with a wish trick, it's when the ace 2 and 3 and ace 2, 3, and 4 are all played on the same trick.
Of the same suit.
Yeah.
I don't think it counts if someone's discarding. I don't know if Nickel's the one. He's
is he
he's
the gatekeeper?
I guess so.
The gatekeeper. I don't see why it wouldn't count if it was if it was different suits. One of my favorite things is to see the same card played on the same rank card played from 4 different suits on one trick.
That's pretty rare.
That's rare. And I also had a extremely rare thing where I got to claim with 4 of a kind on defense.
Were they 4 aces?
They were not 4 aces.
Probably not 4.
That would be very difficult to arrange that. You have to
Yes.
duck a lot of tricks to wait and take your last 4 aces.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the spot was that all 4 of them were? Like
It
a
was-
jack or something?
It was either a queen or a jack. And I probably had to discard in such a way that one of the, if it was a queen or say it was jack, I probably had to throw my queen away to keep 4 jacks or something like that. But all right. So Declare has his 9 tricks. He's just sort of ducking around and seeing if there's some sort of squeeze here somewhere. Or one person had to hold both majors or the queen of clubs. You could take a 10th trick. I don't think he's going to have a position here that's going to make that work.
Well, I guess if he ducks this hard, Kevin has to play a spade to break that squeeze. But it shouldn't be too difficult for Kevin to figure out.
No, they just claimed.
I gotta say, after 2 long weeks of bridge, the level's still very high. I mean, these 2 teams are as good as it gets.
Well, I will say that Fleischer had a relatively easy go of it in that they had substantial leads on the second days of all 3 of their matches.
It's true.
And Nickel had a bye, so this is only their 5th day of bridge, not 7th. But yes, for sure, sometimes you see the level of bridge drop as the events go on because people are tired. And we don't see any evidence of that so far here.
Knock on whatever.
So here, Kevin Bathurst is showing either approximately 11 to 13 or too strong for a strong no trump. He has the stronger version.
Really interesting. I mean, I guess 6 no trump you can just simply not make, but the best contract here would be 6 clubs, I think.
Yeah,
That's a tall order.
a lot of points and not a lot of fit.
Well, six no trump from this outside is a pretty attractive contract.
Yeah. And 6 diamonds is not a bad contract. I guess 6 diamonds and 6 no is the same contract, really.
Yeah. I mean, it makes with 3 diamonds, or if one of the
Or Honor Doubleton.
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I was going. So not totally inconceivable that, you know, I think Hurd has a clear accept of this auction. So his partner's showing 17, 19 more or less.
Right.
Definitely. More interesting what Willie bid. I mean, maybe we'll just jump to 6 clubs and give Kevin a option.
Mhm.
Right. But
Maybe
yes,
6 club
some number.
I think maybe 6 club would imply him to not have a great diamond suit. So
Oh, there it is.
this could be interesting. Guess you could predict now that John has ace king queen. The 10 is obviously great in this scenario, but
Right.
Doubleton
Yeah.
diamond is great too. I mean,
Right.
you can
Yeah,
certainly envision partner having a diamond that needs to be roughed.
Yeah. King Doubleton of Diamonds is just so good in a suit contract,
Mm-hmm.
even if you have to rough with the jack.
partner should really have ace queen jack of diamonds here, as he was suggesting playing a club contract.
Yeah. I think he's going to pass.
This will be a very nice result for North South if they get this right.
Yeah.
Is there anything that defense can do to stop Declarer from?
Wow, great pass. Nicely done.
I mean, a heart gives them some problems, right? With
Yes.
the clubs 4-2, because you do have to lose a diamond at some point, and it seems like you might lose control with the spade off or the heart offside. And that's not going to give them a lot of problems.
Wondering if you could make with a heart lead. Can't really find a way to do it because you can't cash 3 spade tricks and play on a cross rough.
Right.
Here he just has to fade 5-1 clubs and 5-1 diamonds, essentially.
I guess you may be able to make it if you rough the first diamond low. Force yourself to get over roughed.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have the queen of spades as an entry to rough the next diamond with a jack. Maybe it would have worked out with heart lead anyway.
Mm.
Not only not tire bridge, but a spectacular result. It's a spectacular 920 here for North South.
Yep.
Yep, he just claims. Okay.
Great 6 club bid. Great pass.
Yeah.
Nice to find the trump suit bid first time at the 6th level. So Nickel's pretty conservative with his preempts, but I think even he will find a 2-heart call here.
I would guess so.
And
Not a 3-heart opener? No. Okay.
no, definitely not. I would have laid 1,000. The only way he bids 3 hearts is for mixed splits. Queen 10, 7, 6, 5, 3. It's not a 3-heart bid. So presumably, well,
It's not inconceivable this ends the auction.
I think Kevin's gonna balance two spades.
I think he is too, but
He only has a doubleton heart. He's got five spades, and
right, but I mean, he's red white and his hearts don't look well placed.
sure, but it could be easily the case where two hearts and two spades are both making.
Yeah. I can just make a case for pass, but I think two spades is definitely the modern standard.
So what's your pleasure with the north hand?
You know,
Well, he
Three
tries
hearts?
three hearts. Normally that implies a spade fit, but here I guess they don't play that.
I mean, Queen Doubleton might be enough. I mean, I imagine Bathurst will bid. Oh, his hand's so bad.
He's
Yeah,
just
he
gonna sign
has to
off.
bid spades.
I don't think he can. I mean, if he had more values, he might offer 3-no trump with to protect his king.
Right.
With his king jack hearts protected. But
We've got a couple clubs off the top. Probably getting. Who is he going to lead the singleton diamond with King Doubleton?
no, they're just gonna play 3-no.
Oh, we played 3 no. Sorry, I didn't even see that.
That looks quite hopeless with heart lead. Can't really pick up the whole spade suit, and yeah, don't really have tricks in any suit. Looks just simply hopeless.
So to your point, Adam, about whether to balance or not, the downside of balancing is sometimes you are making two spades, but you get way too high.
No.
Right, you have to worry about center hand opponents sometimes.
This is why you preempt.
Someone should write a book about that.
There's I know at least two, right?
Well, I wrote one.
Yeah.
So at
There's
least three.
there's a book written by Sabine
Yeah, that's a great one. That's
Ron
old.
Anderson. Yeah, it was
Preempt-
preemption A to Z back when she was Sabine Zenkel and Ron Anderson.
Right. I think preempting style might have changed a little bit in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, they were actually pretty aggressive for their time. I'm not sure if they would still be considered aggressive, but they did have stuff like multi and other artificial preempts thrown in there as well.
Yeah.
So on the hand with puppet statement at the other table, the Greco also led the Rusinow 9 of diamonds and didn't try the heart. So what's in isolation, ace, king, 8 of clubs opposite jack 10 fourth. What's the best play for four winners? Is it cashing ace king for queen doubleton on either hand or queen third onside?
I think queen third onside is slightly better, but
It feels
No,
like
no.
they're very close. They're both in the teens.
So what holdings are there, like layouts on this hand for Hurd where he could actually get the tricks he needs? Like if Nickel has stiff jack of spades, he
That's a
can
good
get
start.
4 spade tricks.
I guess you just definitely need a club honors to be at the raft hand.
So say forget stiff jack and spade. Say just queen of spades clears the spade. You can take 4 spade tricks. 2 hearts is 6. The diamond is 7. You need something favorable in clubs as well. I mean diamonds as well.
Right. Stiff king of diamonds with Nickel. That would help.
Yeah. Well, just king jack of spades on side gives you 4 spade tricks for starters.
Right. Yeah, it's certainly not hopeless, but it's not great.
In the other room, Martel will open a multi. I don't know if that's going to change things as to how the timing of the auction comes. You might
No.
go 2 diamonds multi and a double showing
Double,
the
true.
trap. Yeah. Now, paradoxically, maybe they can stop short of game.
Right.
If you know your partner has a weak no trump and your left-hand opponent likely has a hard preempt, you might decide to go low with that hand in the south.
Spades.
All right.
That's why we outlaw multi, right, Danny?
No, we do
It's
not.
all Danny's fault that multi's banned.
Well, we've, when we rewrote the convention charts, we tried to get more multi and were not successful, but eventually this, just recently, we've added it to the Reisinger and the platinum pairs.
Platinum pairs, yeah. I had forgotten about it, and so I was surprised to see people playing it in the pair game. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Mhm. So the hand where Bathurst and Hurd bet the fabulous 6 clubs, Hampson started with a strong club, Martel overcalled a heart. Now Greco's been a natural game fortune 2 diamonds. Natural 2 no trump from Hampson. I'm just guessing that Greco is going to bid 3 clubs next.
That would be my guess.
Still a long way from 3 clubs to 6 clubs and a 4-3 fit.
Yep.
Interestingly, because he jumped to 6 clubs in a suit that's never been bid before, Bathurst was able to infer very strong clubs, whereas a partner just bidding their hand out, you have no idea that they've got such good clubs. He bid 3 clubs, but he didn't actually bid 3 clubs because he had to bid 3 spades to show clubs. I guess they play 4 suit transfers there.
I guess it requires South to bid some pick a slam at some point. So
Yeah.
that means 6 clubs.
Might go 4-no invitational, 5-no pick a slam, 6 clubs. Maybe that's a little optimistic. Hampson,
So I would guess 5-no would be from North at some point.
yeah, he just bid 5-no. So he
Scotland would
drops
be
a slam. Yeah, that makes sense.
not as attractive bidding 6 clubs on Jack third, but I can see him doing it.
So I prefer a slight variation of 5-no pick a slam, which is 5 spades pick a slam, which allows the responder to the pick a slam bid to punt back with 5-no here. And then perhaps Greco could have bid 6 clubs if they were playing my style, but here it just went 5 to 6 now.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That was a quick 6-0 from Jeff. A bit surprised he was not considering his options.
I mean, he's looking at ace, queen, 10, 5th of hearts. But
He was declarer in a club contract. I guess that's something to consider.
yeah,
So that's going to be what, 970? Is that 14 imps to Fleischer, putting him in the lead?
yeah, we were saying the heart lead with North declaring might set it, but with South declaring, I think it's cold.
I think you're a trick short to beat to make 6-0, aren't you?
I thought so.
Sorry, I was talking about 6 clubs.
Yeah.
Even with a heart lead, I would see you make 6 clubs.
Oh,
because you just rough the first diamond low. Now you will force West over.
Yeah.
Well, you rough it medium, you don't rough it low.
Sure.
Try the 7, trying the 3 may not be playing for much. So Hampson, I'm presuming is just going to play Ace King of Diamonds and get the bad news.
Oh, so here's some interesting action going on in the other room. It's a 6-6 hand.
Wow, yeah, let's come back here. 6-6 hand facing a pretty big misfit, although he does have the King Queen of Spades opposite his partner's spades. One spade's usually 5+ because they play that F word, Flannery.
A bit disappointing. You're having 6-6 in the black, part opens the bidding, and you can't even make game in anything, as I see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, a partner from partners King Queen of Spades, their red kings are obviously not going to be particularly useful.
Good pass from Nick.
Yeah.
Question is, what is John gonna do? What is he gonna lead?
Well, there's something to be said for leading at trump. You've got Jack 9-4 to declare second suit.
Right.
Your red suits don't look particularly attractive to lead from, although leading a singleton trump is never super good feeling.
So close you can make it on a cross rough, but I think it requires them leading a heart or diamond twice, but to have the entries for it.
All right, Fleischer in the lead by 7 now.
Yeah. And they earned that 14. Kevin and John, like that. Yeah. Really good. That slam.
Yeah.
I think when Hampson hears about that, he's just going to tip his hat. Like, well done, guys.
And feel a little unlucky since 6-no trump had fairly good play. It wasn't like he was in a no play slam on the opponent's round call.
So he leads dummy's second suit.
Mm-hmm.
Often a good lead.
Now Bathurst is going to win and play a spade back.
Yeah, that looks pretty normal. Unless he's playing Johnny to lead a singleton diamond here.
Hmm. So on 28, where nickel up in 2 hearts, and they got 3-0 down 2. Martel did open a multi. Greco did not double, showing the 13-15 hand. Now they might just defend 2 hearts. They are defending 2 hearts.
I wonder what they play double of 2 diamonds as. Most people play it like, 13 to 15 or something.
Yeah, maybe they play as 13-15, but he felt his hand wasn't really worth it. He has 13 with a queen doubleton in what could be their suit.
Yeah. Good judgment.
As an aside, I personally prefer the other side, the other standard defense to multi, not the weak no trump. It often puts a lot of pressure on 4th hand because 2 diamonds double and the responder to the multi is able to pass showing diamonds. Now 4th hand is potentially bidding 4-card suits and playing 4-2 fits and doing bad things.
So you like your double is take out of hearts? Is that how you play it?
Double take out of spades and 2 hearts
Take
take
out
out
of
of hearts.
spades. That's what I meant.
So Nichols drawing some trumps. He's going to cross to the ace of clubs, draw some more trumps, and hope for some friendly black suits. He won't get them. Although there's only one black suit, as you can tell, they have 4 different colors on these cards. They're green and orange instead of black, black, red, red. Michael, how do you feel about playing on tablets versus playing with the cards?
I mean, I haven't really tried the version you do in the US trials. I've only tried where you're bidding on tablets but playing with cards. And I mean, I've always considered the bridge to be like a card game. I know there's a lot of ups and downs playing also on tablets, but I just still like the feeling of having cards in my hand. So right now, I would say that I'm in favor of bidding on tablets and playing with cards, as they did now in the European Winter Games, and they've also do it in the European Championship. Yeah, we'll see. I think they're going to start to do playing and bidding on tablets during the nationals when you get into the later stages. If they don't do it already, I'm not sure.
There's no plans to do that as far as I know.
I think I remember I spoke with Bronya. Unless there's something happening, someone is coming up with some big arguments. Of, they are going to start doing it in Toronto. But it was quite a while ago I spoke with her.
Danny would know, I would think.
I haven't heard anything about that. I mean,
I know there was a test scheduled at some point. I thought they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It seems
I mean,
the main advantage of tablets is in the card play as opposed to the bidding, as far as tempo and mannerisms of playing the cards and seeing your partner's hands and such. So it feels like the benefits of bidding on tablets aren't really that significant, but I understand the whole idea of liking cards in your hands.
Right.
well, some people would argue that I'm also in where I think bridge should have a little bit of a table feeling in the game. But also I think it's part of the game that some people are not focused enough to do, like lead out of turn, do revokes and all that stuff. So that's why what I think is like a not good playing with tablets. But some people say that then those rules will never exist anymore. So it will probably be different opinions depending who you're asking.
Or you just substitute a lead out of turn with a misclick, like you have a different sort of mechanical error. I mean, I think we're going to have both. I think it's a card game, but at the very highest levels, the pros of playing electronically outweigh the cons. And I just think it's just too easy for unconscious cheating, where you can just tell what your partner's doing, when they give you a slow signal or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do definitely agree that there's a lot of players who has pretty bad tempo in their card play and bidding.
Right. That old black magic. Is that what Kaplan used to call it?
It is. It is.
Showing
So
my
here on the last board, we see a heart pass 2 hearts. Hard sort of made a somewhat light 2 spade bid, but normal. That's made a 3 club game try. Nickel said, I'm not really interested in clubs, but I've got these good diamonds here in case you fit that. And neither one of them particularly fit their partner's second suit very well, so they stopped in 3 hearts.
Looks like a good auction to me.
Yeah, I mean, feels like everybody made their normal calls. Cats isn't going to hate this lead.
No.
I can't really afford to duck it. Gotta work on the club suit to get some club roughs in. Okay, I mean, right now I think it's fine because the Queen of Hearts is in South and he doesn't really want to play a heart.
So on 28, where Fleischer, Martel up and multi, they played 2 hearts. They made 110, so that was only 2 imps for Nickel.
3, but sure.
3, I'm sorry, yeah.
And while things are quiet and we're about to wrap up, we're close to the end of the second set. Things have stayed tight as we're ending the first quarter of the final effectively. Thank you very much to Danny, Adam, and Michael for joining us today. Come back in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for the third set, when Rob Barrington will be resuming his USBF YouTube hosting duties.
Great. Well, Danny, Michael, it's been great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I'll be back this evening for the fourth set. I think Greg is going to join me, so that's usually a good show.
Greg is always fun.
Yes.
Greg and Adam do make an excellent show. And when we finish this board, I'll switch over to the other table. We'll watch the last board there as well. So we're not quite done, but almost wrapping up.
Yeah. Yeah, the level of bridge has just been very high. It's been a great tournament.
In the finals.
If anybody tuned in late and didn't see the 6 club auction, I recommend going back and finding that. That was the highlight of the set for me.
Board 27, if you are looking for it.
Yeah, someone needs to write that up on Bridge Winners. Not it.
You can volunteer Greg to do that.
Okay, yeah. So he's just going to cross rough here and lose a trick to the Queen of Hearts. Oh, he's just going to draw trumps. Okay.
Well, the diamond's good.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Diamond's good. Sorry.
And 170. All right, so Eastwest also played Flannery, so 1 spade showed 5. 2 clubs was a transfer to diamonds. 3 clubs was sort of like game forcing, 4 suit forcing. 3 spade preference, 4 clubs Cupid, 4 spades go away, and it's up to Martel to go away at this point. He did.
Yep. Did well both tables to stop low in his hand. Disappointing to not being able to score a game bonus.
Yeah. What can you do? East could have had the 9 of diamonds, or 9 of clubs, I mean. Would have got you a little closer.
Or the black one of the black suits could have been friendly.
Right. Or an ace in diamonds instead of the king. I imagine this will go pretty much the same as at the other table. Danny, while I got you here and this board's not that exciting, when am I going to get to play transfer opening bids in the
That's
AC?
a question. That was another, we talked about multi being something that we tried to get on the convention card, new convention charts. And also I can remember the Orlando Nationals in 2018-ish. One of the other things that the subcommittee suggested to the main committee was transfer openings to as being legal in the higher events, and it didn't even make it out of the.
What's the objection to it?
It's been a while, so I have to remember exactly what the thought process was as far as not allowing them, but just more
It seems
preparation.
clearly to be the future of bridge. It solves so many problems.
Yep.
And like transfers aren't that hard to deal with. We know how to deal with transfers. We can deal with transfer responses and transfer advances and yeah, you guys are holding bridge back. It's all your fault.
Yeah, like I said, the subcommittee definitely wanted it, and the people on the subcommittee were more progressive than the people who were on the committee as a whole, although the main committee has changed its composition fairly significantly since then. I'm not sure if there's another rewrite coming that might not get passed or not.
I will volunteer to be on this committee if you need more people.
Well, actually, I don't know if you're aware, but I stepped down as the chairman of CNC.
Right. Is it
Chair.
Jeff now?
Jeff Ward is now on the committee, right? Now chairing the committee.
Actually, it looks like they will make 4 spades now if he gets this right by playing on a cross rough.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Jeff didn't continue a trump as they did in the other table.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a thought process where, well, if he's roughing clubs in the dummy, he's promoting by trump tricks, but sometimes those tricks collapse, and I think that's what the case is here. If he
You'll be
does
able to
go,
rough so many hearts in hand that it shouldn't cause any issues. Like the ace 9 8 of spades should produce 2 tricks, which will only leave him with a club loser and a spade loser.
Mhm.
But I guess it requires him to cash the ace king of clubs before starting to cross rough.
And if you play ace king of clubs and rough a club and they split, do you have time to change direction and just draw trumps?
Yeah, unless the spades are 5-0, I think that's just a claim. And I guess he should have an idea that the clubs are not splitting too uneven, because then both of them would have a trump switch. Especially looking into that dummy. Well, with that said, I guess he didn't really show clubs in the auction, so they wouldn't know that he has so many spades and clubs in his hand.
All right, yes. So 3 clubs are just like a 4 suit bid, and then four clubs are just a cute bid. So Hampson was defending this somewhat in the dark.
Right. I still don't see where the ace of diamonds is going. I guess partner could have let a doubleton and there's a rough coming, but no, Wes can't have that many diamonds.
I guess he could have had that many diamonds, couldn't he?
I guess they could be 4-4-3-2.
Sure, and partner might have the 9 of spades over there, even if it's just a promotion situation.
Well, he only had 3 diamonds at south, so he could have led a doubleton diamond on north, and it would be 5-3-3-2.
Oh, right. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, somebody's got to be out of diamonds sooner than that.
Yeah, looks like he's on his way to make this. He's gonna extend the lead for Fleischer.
I feel like you'd think that long before taking this line of play. You don't get to stop and think when the queen of clubs shows up. This should not be a huge surprise that there's an honor on the second trick.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Like taking your time once in the hand is one thing, but getting like no significant new information and tanking again. I, I just don't think that's how bridge should be played. I'm not saying Chip is doing anything wrong or unethical or anything like that. I don't like the way that we let people play. But that's my little soapbox. All things considered, though, tempo hasn't been too big a problem in this event that I've been watching. Sometimes these things are just unwatchable. They're so slow.
You can see there's 12 minutes left in the round and they have one and a half boards to go. So
Right.
they're more or less on time, but not particularly fast. Whereas the other table finished a good bit ahead of this.
Right. I mean, I think they give them 20% too much time, but again, that's my issue.
So I think he does have to over rough here. He's considering not over roughing, I guess. I'm not sure, but he doesn't over rough that now Hampson can play a trump.
Right.
And defense look at a club and a spade, so.
He's just double checking his math.
Wouldn't it have been safer just to rough a heart back to his hand?
And yeah. Well, if the king of diamonds is cashing, I guess it doesn't even matter. You don't really need that trick.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering why he's even bothering with diamonds. I mean, I don't think he could have, even if South had, I mean, I guess he knew that. I don't remember this diamond spots, but he may have known that Greco was following to this diamond no matter what. But he certainly couldn't afford to like Greco rough this if, say, got king of diamonds, follow, pitch, rough, now a
Right.
trump. Now he's just dead. Hmm.
You can do it, Chip.
So I guess how it all should turn out is that it's over roughing, it's play club to rough a card in his hand and play 9 of spades. So now when South is in, he has to play a heart and he discards a club. And in the end, he will be having an enter with the king of hearts to play another red suit to rough with a 4 when South only has the 7-3 in trumps. If I made the calculations correct. And I think he has to rough a diamond because he has to get the jack of diamonds gone from north. Yeah. And now the 9 of spades. That will be leaving an exceptionally nice end position.
Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. Well spotted.
Very cool.
Yeah, he can't score his, he can score his 8-4 of spades over the 7-3, but then he can't score his long club.
Yeah, so even if you play a trump now, you just place the 8 and the clubs from the top. So now a heart he discarded and they will be in dummy. Pretty cool end position. That's why it took so long.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a chess player back in the days, I don't know.
Not sure what Greco's thinking about here. Other than, damn it, I have to win the ace and play a heart to the dummy and let my partner get cooed.
I guess he just lost focus, doesn't know what card the chip has.
Well, that was a very cool hand.
Yeah, well done, chip. That was very nicely played.
Another swing.
Now we're gonna see the last board where East West made a couple of game tries and stopped in 3 hearts.
Well done to Chip on that last one, but also to Bathurst and Hurd for finding the right defense
Yep.
at the table. Even if it looks obvious to us, if someone as good as Hampson gets it wrong, like it was a hard problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can't really blame Hampson for playing 2 rounds of diamonds. I mean, he knew that the chip was short in heart, so should he really have played chip to be 6-6 or something like 7-5 in the black suits?
yeah. We're going to get exactly the same auction.
I think we are.
Probably pretty similar play as well.
He's trying to avoid a spade lead. Pretty smart double, if you ask me.
Yeah.
This isn't the hand, but I've seen these hands written up where you need to lead the queen of hearts to cut down dummies roughs, and then when they rough with the jack and the 10, your 9 gets promoted. But this isn't exactly that hand. Just lead the jack and diamonds, not leading a spade.
Yeah, so we're probably not talking about overtricks here.
Yeah, much trickier without the king of spades lead. You're right. Great double. I didn't even think of that, but
I guess he should be fine anyway, because he does have enough entries after playing a club to the king to just keep playing on a cross rough. Would that lead him to something like a spade club loser, 2 spade loser, and a trump?
So if he wins this and roughs a club and roughs a diamond, the king comes down. Does that help him for another trick?
I think so, because North just roughs with a 7 of hearts, so it won't do him any good.
Right.
Although South is getting a little bit end played, so it might give him a trick anyway. As
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as touch
Then
the
he'll have- yeah, then when he's in it with the queen of hearts, he'll have to either break spades or give the queen of diamonds to the dummy.
The play would be something like rough a diamond, rough a club, play spade to the ace. And South will be stuck.
Yeah, that'll get declared to the same 10 trick. Oh, he didn't rough the diamond.
I understand now Jeff can rough with the queen, get out with king of spades and play a trump, and I will leave him with 9 tricks.
That doesn't seem very intuitive, though. I mean, we can see why that works, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess he would have found that against 4 hearts. Oh, okay, he sees it now also.
that was well done by Jeff to save the over trick there.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
the last board, and you're about ready to go to the lunch break, and et cetera, et cetera.
As are we. So definitely wrapping up here. Fleischer's picked up 20 on the set. Has a small lead. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.